Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out VeChain's price chart, and what we talked about actually played out. And now we are seeing some very strong bullish signs. So let's check them out one by one. First things first, if you remember the last time that we talked about VeChain, I think we were right around this area, and the idea was that if we want to be bullish and optimistic with a lot of confidence, and also if we want to call this point our final low, then okay, what we want to see is maybe a small continuation of the move up, but then a consolidation pattern followed by yet another move on the upside. And why is that so important? Because you see, if you want to argue that we're going to have our final low around here, then okay, if you're interested in Elliott waves, naturally you need to be able to find off of the lowest low in this region a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the upside. This specific example is called an impulsive movement. Rules for it are we should not have overlapping of the waves between our wave 2 and 4 and in any kind of 5 wave. Wave 3 right in here is simply not allowed to be the smallest wave. This is a big no-no in Elliott waves. And in terms of the sub waves, you know this. So 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. Okay. And for wave 2 and 4, we can have different possibilities. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Let's say sure. ABC into 4 and yep, a WXY into wave 2. And this was the main reason for why in the previous video I argued we need to see a move down followed by yet another strong move up. And since we got it, now I can comfortably say, you know what, this is 1, this is 2, this is wave 3. I'm gonna say probably this is an ABC zigzag into wave 4. And what are we having? Yet another beautiful move up into wave 5. And since in here, as you can see, we clearly do not have overlapping of the waves between our wave 2 and 4, we can definitely argue this is an impulsive structure, which means two things. Number one, the final low in VeChain most likely, again, there is no certainty in any market at any given moment. We are only talking about what is possible. So let's just say the final low most likely is already in. Number two, this is actually the beginning of a new uptrend, because on a higher degree, I'm really hoping this is going to be a wave 1 and then correction for wave 2, and what's next? Massive move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. So the fact that we are having a 5 wave off of the lowest low with pretty much, I'm going to argue, all the sub waves is a fantastic sign in VeChain, suggesting we probably have hit the low. Now, here's a very important point. The road on the up or maybe downside on any chart, doesn't really matter from which market it is not going to be a straight. And that's why I want to argue now maybe it's best to count on a decent move down in VeChain. Why? Question, what is going to happen after a 5 wave up, even if you want to go according to the most bullish case? You know the answer already if you are a regular viewer of the main channel. We are going to have a move on the downside, but this move is going to have certain characteristics. Number one, it's actually going to be a slow and choppy move relative to this move on the upside. And number two, if we are going to have a couple of waves down, you should absolutely be able to find between our pullbacks up just constantly overlapping of the waves. All of these are characteristic of a correction structure, meaning let's say, okay, we're gonna get, I don't know, like a WXY in form of a double zigzag around the lows in here. I need you to be actually very optimistic in VeChain, because on a higher degree, odds are this is 1, this is 2, and like we said that earlier in the video, what's next? Big move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. And it's very important to understand that wave 3 is usually considered a very strong and sharp move. This, my friends, is why I'm trying to tell you, after this short-term phase down is over, we are going to have some exciting price action. Now, having said all that, what is going on in like very short term? Let's zoom more. Okay, so here's the situation. I'm thinking we may have from this high wave 1 correction for 2, and then another move down into wave 3, 4, 5, followed by that probably soon, I'm gonna say maybe like in the next 24 to about 48 hours, we should probably expect a move on the upside. But if this was a slow and choppy move, then okay, you're essentially having a bit of a bearish setup. Why? Because this is 5 down, this is correction up, meaning what? Yep, we're gonna have yet another move on the downside, and who knows, maybe these are going to be overall the sub waves for an A, B, C zigzag, which means what? This is a correction. The next phase is going to be a big one up. Now, Do we have some more optimistic signs in here? The answer is yes. And let's go around here. I think we actually talked about this concept in also the previous video, but back then the sign wasn't really confirmed yet, but now it absolutely is. You see, if you want to say that we're going to have this sign, our final top around here, okay, fair enough. Show me off of the highest high, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Having said that, let's go on the live chart. Okay, so you see, in VeChain, I was saying, if you really want to be bearish back then, you're able to argue this is 1, this is 2, this is wave 3, and then correction for 4, another move down into wave 5. And I specifically said, if this move up is going to continue a little bit, and at that point we take this important high, that's pretty much going to be the invalidation for any kind of bearish scenarios that we are able to find in VeChain. And what do you know, if I just hide everything, as you can see, in the recent phase up in the last 24 hours, we absolutely 100% took the highs. So this means what? Well, it means there's a very, very high chance now this is a correction down in form of, as you can see, a beautiful ABC zigzag with all the subwaves, suggesting on a higher degree, if I just go on H1 time frame, okay, we are probably having wave 1, correction for wave 2, decent move up into wave 3, ABC for 4, and then we're gonna have hopefully yet another strong move on the upside into wave 5. Now, of course, I can actually now talk to you about some much more bullish cases. For example, we can also consider in here having a series of 1, 2, suggesting this is 1, this is 2, and then massive move up into wave 3, 4, 5, which at that point, this orange 5 wave is going to be into a wave 3, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5, meaning we are going to see a massive extension in VeChain. This is also a possibility, but I'm not really, unfortunately, in the business of getting your hopes up too much and being an absolute moonboy. I think I should keep you on the ground and talk to you about the most pessimistic possibility between all the bullish ones. So in case that happens, you're not really going to be mad or surprised at all. It's just going to be overall part of the bullish process. So let's have a quick conclusion. Number one, the fact that we are able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave now off of the lowest low is a great sign, suggesting the final low is already in. Number two, the fact that in this move up, recently we took this important high is yet another bullish confirmation, suggesting maybe this short-term downtrend in VeChain has come to an end. And number three, this doesn't mean that we are going to go straight up. We can do that. Do not get me wrong. Once more, some sort of an extension scenario in here can absolutely be in play. But let's not talk about those as long as we don't really have to. Let's consider a move down in VeChain, and even that is not going to be a bearish sign at all. And by the way, assuming that we are actually able to identify all the right subwaves in here, this is going to be an insane bullish setup, because it suggests this is essentially wave 1, correction for wave 2, and what's next? A very good move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. And this, my friends, is why I would like to, for now at least, be very much optimistic in VeChain, as long as I'm not proven otherwise. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in VeChain's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.